Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Ryan. This is Civilization 6 Deity, standard speed, and we need to have a quick conversation. Yes, that's right, you and I. A quick conversation about Merrick, or as they are also known, Rosenthorn. Merrick is a creator of mods, specifically leader mods, and they are fantastic. We've played Merrick's mods on this channel before. I have a particularly fantastic game in mind where we played Boudica. Oh yes, here we are, the Bretons. Oh, my video's there. Look, this is me. This is me. Oh, that's really sweet. So there you go. Look, I can prove it. I have played this mod. Anyway, Merrick is amazing at making Civilization mods, and I really fancied diving into another one. I was going through the workshop and I saw this, Flemish, the Procession of the Holy Blood. This looks like an incredibly entertaining mod, so we're going to have a run. No other gameplay, changing mods today. No game modes enabled either. We want to experience this civilization in its full, unadulterated form. Continents and islands map, 8 players. Let's get going. And Merrick, thank you for what you do. Your mods truly breathe life into this game. They are amazing. You know that, but I just wanted to tell you again. Here we are, turn 1. And this is quite the legendary start indeed. Did I pick legendary? I think I picked balanced. What did I pick? Yeah, no, this is a balanced start. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is balanced. We have tobacco with the faith. We have 2/2/2 deer tiles, 2/2/2/2. How many times can I say 2? We even have a 3/2 banana hill rainforest. This is like the absolute god tile of the beginning game. We're on a tiny little river, and I'm tempted to settle in place. Why would I settle in place? Well, only these 2 tiles have fresh water, so I'm not inclined to move away from them, and I don't want to move on top of the banana because it will reduce this tile back to a 2/2 because the rainforest will disappear, so we'll lose advantage of it. I'll only have a 2/1 capital, but I think it's the better location because we need to talk about the abilities of this civilization. Firstly, our leader ability, Procession of the Holy Blood. Capturing an enemy city grants a 20% bonus to production, gold, and faith in all cities for 5 turns. You will have recognized this ability from somewhere before, and that's because if you've ever used the Warlord's Throne, this is exactly what it does, except instead of just giving production, it also gives gold and faith. It's probably on the edge of being on the more powerful side of abilities, but this is a modded civilization. We are here for that sort of run. Let's face it, it's still not as powerful as the Court of Love. We know it's true. In addition to that, if I conquer a city-state or an original capital, I also grant a 3 relic. And I also have relic slots in medieval walls. So there's even more of a bonus if I conquer city-states. This is going to be a game where we're going to trade economic capacity with a bit of warring. And if we can do the balance properly, the Flemish Empire will be incredibly strong. Lackengilden. International trade routes send from cities with a commercial hub, harbor, or industrial zone, so it needs to have one of these, yield +2 gold for each luxury resource in the origin city, aka the city I'm sending the route from, and 1 culture for each luxury resource at the destination city. So international trade routes give more gold and more culture depending on where the luxuries are. That's very fun. It's basically a mix of somewhere between, I think, is it Venice? Yes, foreign cities earn 1 gold for each luxury resource at the destination, so they've taken this and turned it to culture. And a sort of messy version of Kamasi, but instead of 2 gold and 1 culture for every district, it's 2 gold for every luxury. So you kind of know roughly the mechanism here, even if it's not exactly the same. Cities receive 1 housing and 1 population when you construct an industrial zone, commercial hub, or harbor. That's quite strong. So we're building a lot of commercial hubs, harbors, and industrial zone. I said this was an economic civ. I wasn't lying. And after guilds, receive 1 great artist point for every different luxury resource you have improved. So we don't get artist points until guilds, which is all the way into the medieval era of the civic tree. So that's not going to kick along for a little while. That's all good. We have a unique melee unit replacing the mana arms, which is cheaper to construct and maintain and has extra combat strength against all form of cavalry units, as well as having extra combat strength in my own territory as long as it stood on a district or a resource. They're sort of city defenders. Then a unique building that replaces the market, the Marktal, grants a copy of the unique broadcloth luxury resource, which provides 6 amenities, receive an additional copy during golden ages, and +1 trade route capacity, even if the city also has a lighthouse. So we've thrown in the Owls of Minerva ability here. There's a lot of fun. Yep, we got to admit it. And I know what the comments are going to say. I can see Far Berserker in the comments already. Yes, this is most likely a game that we are going to be making commercial hub harbor triangles, because we will get 2 trade routes from them if we do. I know. How exciting. How very, very exciting. I think for that reason, I am going to settle in place. And there we go. We have a city and the boost to sailing. If you're new to the channel and you wonder, hey, why does Ursa always rename his cities? Well, it's one of the ways I like to thank the wonderful people that support me on Ko-fi and Patreon. You all help me to do what I love, and I really don't thank you enough. I'm just going to quickly say at the beginning of this video, the support you all give me is fantastic. You let me run this job. You let me actually work from home, and I never really realized it till now, but one of the huge advantages to that is I get to spend so much time with Ursa Minor, my new child. Thank you so much for that. If you want to support the channel, Ko-fi and Patreon is the place to do it, especially if you want to be seen in a video, probably being lost to barbarians. Let's face it, it's the barbarian menace that gets me every time. Oh, we also play multiplayer, just as a FYI. What's the next move? I have so much multiplayer meta going in my head at the moment that's like, Ursa, ignore all of the text. Don't unlock anything you don't need to. Beeline commercial hubs. And there is a large part of me that's tempted to do that, but we do have to remember this is Deity difficulty single player. The AI is likely to rock up with an absolute ton of warriors and invade us, so we can't afford to ignore everything and go purely economic. It's worth pointing out that I have cattle, deer, truffles, and more deer all around. So I actually think the animal husbandry start is worth it. Then we'll see how we're looking after that point. This is a continents and islands map. It's big enough that I think it's worth making a scout. But again, I mean, arguably, you probably would just want to run into a monument, but I think it's worth it just to see if we can get some tribal villages. I'm just going to follow up this river a little bit and see what I can find. Like a 4-2 spice tile. Look at that. Oh, is that the coast or a lake? That's a lake. Lake Geneva. Or Genval, not Geneva. I saw Gen and I just assumed. You know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass out of you and me. Lake Victoria. We're playing with better balanced maps today. This is one of the extra wonders that I think has been brought from Civ 5 into the game. It's really cool. 2 food, 1 culture, 1 production, 1 gold on the tiles. It's just a lovely tile. And it has a lot of appeal as well. So that's good to know. Am I going to go for a religion today? I might go for a religion, but I don't think I'm going to make religion my thing. Even if I get extra housing and population from making commercial hubs, harbors, and industrial zones, the truth of the matter is I'm going to be wanting to put all 3 of those in pretty much every city I can. So we may not have space for holy sites unless I go for Feed the World. And I don't know if Feed the World is a play I want to make today. I do that a lot. Johannesburg, 1 production on wonders, buildings, and districts. And it also means that we get extra production from improved resources. Well, we do have quite a few of those. That could be a good play. We have to remember though, conquering city-states is sort of the play I want to make, because then I start getting 3 relics. This is the way I see it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find a player and make them my ally. I will never lose them. I'll probably make like an economic alliance with them or a military alliance, something like that. We'll Wisselbanken, we'll democracy, and I will send them all of my international trade routes. Everything else at some point I probably will try and conquer, but we'll see how that goes. We've got the settler, we've got the warrior. Let's just, make work on that settler. What are we working? We're actually working the faith tile here. Is that the tile I would like? It gets me the pantheon a little bit quicker, which I think is worth it. So let's try that. Tribal village. Lovely. The last few games I've played, I really have struggled with tribal villages. I mean, look how far my warrior has got without finding a single one. I don't know what it is about these maps. I just don't seem to find many these days. Oh, an extra recon is really useful. Okay, well, we appear to be on the edge of this continent. It gives me some really good space. Wow, 2 spices up in this direction. I think Lake Victoria is a really, really handy settle. We're in this funny place where I want to build commercial hubs and harbors. So I need to make sure every single city I have not only has a river for the commercial hub adjacency, but also is within 3 tiles of the body of water, so that I can also put a harbor down. So it's a funny balance, this one. For instance, that would be a pretty easy settle because I could do the commercial hubs here, but I could in theory also settle next to that volcano because that would stretch over, and I could in theory put a harbor down. Now there'd be no adjacency, although actually actually they kind of would, because the commercial hub would be there. But, you know, this is the sort of thing we need to see. I don't even know if that's logical or available. Yes, it is. And actually, it's even better because of those resources. Excellent. Okay. So, yeah, strange settling. Like, I wouldn't want to settle on this marsh tile, but I could settle on the cattle, and then I could put the harbor over there. Yeah, we'll do a bit more exploring. I'll see what I can find. How many sources of horses? I can see at least one right outside, and there's a 2 up there. Okay, perfect. Loads. I think that was well worth me finding this one. We also have irrigationable things, so I think I will go pottery. I'm going to do the thing where we unlock the minimum amount of districts possible. I will need to unlock the encampment at some point because I need to chop out the rainforest. There are a lot of rainforests here, but if I can just unlock the campus, the commercial hub, and then possibly just something like the government plaza, we could make it so that we could probably district discount a couple of things. We'll see. See how it goes. Oh, the tiles around here are really good. I love starting in the rainforest, but only kind of once you get over the hump of needing bronze working. I kind of like advanced starts for that reason. Is you can just jump straight past bronze working and immediately go for the good stuff. Yeah, there we go. Venice. Oh, Venice. Oh, Venice is very similar to my abilities. That is the extra gold for luxury resources. Oh, wow. So we stack that. We'll get tons and tons of gold, especially if we're going on the hubs. I'm going for the food, the production, the gold. That is a 5-yield tile, I guess. Is that what I want to do? Probably not. I'm going to lock, and then lock that one in. I think that takes 1 turn off the settler. It does, yes. So let's do that. That is a tribal village. We don't like the look of that. Not a tribal village, a barbarian encampment. It's worse than that. Even worse. And we haven't got the Pantheon yet. So God King goes in immediately, and I think survey, just in case I can somehow get my scouts to level up. Don't know how we'll do that. They often die before they do anything useful like that, but never mind. I want to unlock the trader as soon as possible. Or do I? No, craftsmanship. I like going for Ilcom quickly. And I mean, yeah, we don't want to unlock the government plaza too early, but I kind of do because the 3 governors are just really useful. So we'll pop that down. I'm making a lot of pins. Don't look at these pins in any real seriousness because the chances of this happening are very, very slim. Things just spawn all the time. Like Niter could ruin this. Iron could ruin this. I could ruin this, like as in me, Ursa, by forgetting what I'm doing. I mean, all of this stuff is incredibly likely. To take all this with a almighty pinch of salt. Oh, hi. Oh, goodness. Okay, it's Gorgo. Gorgo's got 135 military strength. The last couple of games I've played with Gorgo, she has just attacked me right out of the gates, and she's right past this mountain range. Okay, I'm going to try just friendship. Nope. I'll send her a delegation. Not interested. Oh, no, she is interested. Okay, we might be able to keep that going for now, but yeah, I'm just calling it now. I bet she rushes me. I absolutely bet that she rushes me. Well, writing is boosted. Let's head towards currency with as much pace as we can. There's foreign trade because we found another continent. Excellent. I guess we could go for a builder and start improving some tiles. That would also help given how many resources we have around. This is the thing about single player. It often doesn't make sense to just beeline stuff, but we'll give it a try. Oh, second tribal village. Yep, it literally has just been 2. That is all that I have found so far. 40 gold. Actually, that's pretty good. I'll take that. What's the most important settle? I feel like Gorgo is going to forward settle me. So we're going to go for this one on the hill. It's got a lovely river defending it. It's actually quite a defensive point. It's nice. Okay, yeah, I've been thinking about it. We have truffles, horses, and then sheep that will all be upgraded with the animal husbandry we've already got. So I will go for a builder now. I think it's worth doing that. We'll just let Silver, the capital, grow its population back. Oh, you're sending me a delegation. Okay. I would love it if we could get friendship with Gorgo. She's just one of those leaders, but she's either going to be your best friend the entire game, or she will mercilessly destroy you, and I don't know which way it's going to go. I've also got into the habit of using scouts to attack scouts, because this 8 experience gets you that level really, really quickly if you've got the double promotion card in. Like, okay, yeah, do that, and there's the promotion. Lovely. I'm going to scout all of Gorgo's lands just so I can see what's going on. Barbarian galley on the coast. That is bad news. Bad news for Ursa. Great Bath built on turn 21. Woohoo! AI's not messing around, is it? You see what I mean? There you go. Scouts got the promotion. It's all good stuff. Oh, don't you hate it when the AI has a barbarian problem? Dear, oh dear. Oh, speaking of barbarian problems, oh, that was either time to perfection, or I am slightly scared. Let's get a slinger up as quick as I can. See if we can get that slinger archery boost denounced. Okay, This basically means Gorgo will rush me at some point. This is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, what are we doing here? I'm going to need an army. Luckily, the mountains here are pretty good, and I have a very defensive line with a lot of terrain, a big river. I think if Gorgo does rush me, I should have a lot of stuff, but as you can see, she's got a lot of troops. And Greece, of course, does have hoplites, which are terrifying. There's a lot of bad stuff here. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not too keen on. Pantheon-wise, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? There is quite a bit of marsh around, including on this tile, which is a tile I'm about to improve. So reeds and marshes, I think, would give me some really, really good early game momentum. Really good early game momentum. That's kind of what I'm tempted by at the moment. It would mean that I could settle this city. It would be working immediately. This one would have the best tile possible. This one, yeah. I mean, I would love the culture from pastures, maybe the camp production, maybe the culture from plantations. It's all good, but this works for me right now. And because I've been denounced already, I don't think I have the luxury of time. Yeah, look at that. 3-2-3 tile in the capital. That's a huge improvement for me. These barbarians, these are going to be what we call a sort of litmus test. If we see these being killed, it means that Gorgo is moving troops through that area. If they don't die, well, it means we have time. As soon as craftsmanship appears, we're going to go a Gogi and we'll warrior spam just so I've got at least a bit of a defensive army. Oh, the monument is tempting. I think I'm going to buy the monument over in my second city. We'll build this one. No, settler. It's really, really tempting to do both of those things. No, we'll go settler for now. A lot of these are difficult choices to make though. I'm just going to lurk around that settler. Don't mind me. Don't mind me whilst I lurk around your settler now, okay? It's fine. It's no stress whatsoever. That was a bit of a misclick. Okay, run away. I have the promotion. Oh, she really doesn't like me because I'm now not at war. Don't worry, you'll like me after you go to war with me, I'm sure. She's going to move this way. Oh, no, is the settler heading? I mean, I'm going to move my scout back. I'm going to see if I can stop her from settling too close to here. That would be very annoying. There's my luxury, which I can't sell because she hates me. No matter. Oh, there's 2 settlers here. Ho, ho, ho. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, we're going to be greedy. I could save up for a settler, but I'm not going to. Instead, we're just going to buy the monument, which doubles my culture per turn, which I really, really need because I would love to get to that government plaza as soon as I can. Oh, there's a scout dead. Barbarians have their first kill. Don't you steal this. Johannesburg, I'm watching you. If I've just got the promotion here. Okay, good. They're playing ball. I was going to say, I need that boost. That's mine. That is absolutely my boost. Thank you very much. Horseback riding boosted. Now we go and get a 3rd improvement. I could get the irrigation boost. Gee, that's not a bad idea. Why would you work on this tile and not that tile? This is a 4-2. That's why I put a monument in this city, was to work that tile faster. Why would you not do that? I don't know. Okay, the barbarians are being attacked now. I think Gorgo is now starting to move through this area, which is slightly worrying, as stated before. Irrigation boost and craftsmanship done. Now we can switch over to urban planning, which is long awaited, and a Gogi. No double experience on our scouts anymore, but we can start to print warriors. This military strength has started to climb, which I don't like. Of all things that I can see right now, that's something I don't like to see. Foreign traders unlocked traders for me. I'm gonna go for colonization for the settler card as soon as I can. Mount Sinai. Religious units that move next to it have plus 15 religious strength. Wow, that's powerful. Judaism has been founded. No one else has gone for a religion. Interesting. Feed the World still available. The game, I swear it listens to me. Have you ever had that theory that Facebook or your phone or something is listening to you? I swear it does that. Because as soon as I say, oh, I don't need Feed the World, that's when the game goes, but you can have it. Ursa, you can have Feed the World if you want. If you would like, you can have it. And I always go, oh, don't do that. Don't do that to me, please. This settler is done now. I can get a envoy by sending a trade route to Johannesburg, which is quite nice. Let's work on that trader first. And again, I'm just buying a few warriors. I don't trust this at all. There's a settler. Yeah, I bet they're going to try and go for this pass. I'm just going to leave my scout here and stop them settling. This is just being ultimate annoying towards Gorgo. Gorgo's not going to like me for doing this whatsoever. Or she'll settle back. Or she'll make a mistake and leave the settler unescorted, which would be even better. I know what you're doing. No, 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 no. I don't want you to have the fresh water. No, it's not happening. Third city. Excellent stuff. Start on the monument, I think, and then we'll work to something else better in a second. Do I want the envoy with Johannesburg? I mean, this is Gorgo. Gorgo is likely to steal city-states, so I think it's going to be useful in the long run, although we could get the road through here, but that would make it more likely she'd attack me. Now, Johannesburg, for now, it's only 3 gold per turn, but these international routes are going to get much more powerful very quickly. Oh, he backed off. He backed off. You better back off. You know what's good for you. It's exactly what you need to do. Haha! Bronze working boosted. That's a really handy boost for me. Big boom. 5 extra yield. Damaged district. But no lasting damage, I think, to anyone apart from just hitting my unit pretty badly, which is frustrating. Okay, in order to get the commercial hub running, I am going to have to get bronze working, which I was sort of avoiding doing, but I think this will be fine. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warriors on the way. Is that going to be enough if we get attacked here? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I'm going to get military tradition quickly, just for the flanking bonuses. I don't know why. I feel like I'm going to get attacked. That's why I'm being ultra defensive here. It's probably overkill. It most certainly is probably overkill, but here we are. We're going to be focusing on international trade routes just for a little bit, I think. That's where our bonuses are. So Magnus may not be as useful as usual because surplus logistics isn't there, but then provision is still pretty good. I think Pingala is the play, although Amani Tour is always fun. I'm going to be killing city-states today. Pingala it is. In you go. Help me get some culture. Help me get some lovely culture, some lovely science, all of the good stuff. We're going to miss the golden age, by the way, but that's okay. That's just the sort of thing that happens. 249 military strength. I feel like Gorgo's building up. I really do. You just mark my words. I need to place the commercial hub as soon as I get mining. All of my commercial hubs are either under woods or bronze working. This is a very delayed start, but that's okay. Just put some more time and some settlers. Big settle push. I think this should be fine for us for now. Spend the gold on another monument just to help me get through this tree as fast as possible. Archery boost. I got the slinger kill, everyone. Panic not. You know what? I think we may have actually interrupted the pathing here because the settler is just stood there. It's not moving. This is great. Oh, if we could delay and stop the attack forever, that would be great. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm defending on this hill in the rainforest, so the barb is going to do 21 damage to me. Ouch. That isn't great, but I think we should be able to hold off nicely. I'm not using a Gogi anymore. I'm going to go for discipline just to hold them off. Urban planning. Nope. Colonization. That'll get this settler done and this settler done, and then it gets us to the 5 cities, and I don't think we'll need more for a little while. And look, +4 flanking bonus. Here we go. We can defend a lot better with stacks of warriors now that we have flanking and support bonuses. Okay, 3 inquiry, I think is the best way to get through to that gold age. We'll work on that as soon as we can. We'll get state workforce now. I don't want mysticism because we don't want to unlock the preserve. We don't want to unlock the theater square for as long as we can. We'll see what we can do. Push you forward 1 tile just so you're stood in that mountain pass. Great Barb's gone, Etmananki's gone, Oracle's gone. Never mind. Pingala is established. Okay. The yields are not as tragic as once they were. Just print the commercial. It's not that tile. I didn't need that tile. It's this tile. Never mind. Put that down just to lock in the production cost of the commercial hub. I don't do that very often. There's a couple of turns I could have saved on that maybe, but never mind. Don't need astrology, don't need sailing, but I do need irrigation because we have some improvements. We haven't got any builders to work them just yet, so there's no need to rush that. I want as few techs as possible to keep the cost of my districts as low as possible. So we will go for just working on bits of wheel, masonry, archery. Just going to 1 turn as many things as we can, and then maybe go to apprenticeship. Yeah, 1 turn of archery. Just going to leave as many things unfinished as we can here because, yeah, I don't want to go any further than we have to, but the government plaza would be useful. I should be chopping out these rainforests, but we don't have the builders right now, so we're just going to, again, place these. I need irrigation to chop out the bananas. That is a double chop that would be kind of worth doing, so okay, we'll get the builder there and then we'll double chop it out. I think I'll get the production back for the cost of not doing that now. Should be fine. I'm going to build the government plaza in Alex Frost because it gets adjacency on 2 commercial hubs, which is very nice. There is a little bit of extra culture, which is, again, delicious. And then we'll go political philosophy. Get that done as soon as we can. I realize Imhotep is actually available. So I don't really want to be messing around too much. Maybe I push through the tree. We work to getting apprenticeship as soon as we can so we can unlock Imhotep Imhotep as soon as we can. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to leave this barbarian camp. Yes, clearing it would be good, but it's causing a problem to Gorgo in the other direction, which is funny. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. Beautiful. Oh, okay. We can actually start to trade some stuff. I'm not giving you open borders, and I don't want to give you 20 horses. I'll give you 19 so that you can't actually build a horseman, but I will take your gold. Okay, that's good to know that you will actually buy those. How much will you give me? 47 gold and 1 gold per turn. Yeah, you know what? I'm taking it. What about the truffles? Oh, 8 gold per turn for those. Does this mean that Gorgo has given up on any aspirations of attacking me? I don't know. Couldn't actually tell you. How much did I ruin my plans, by the way? It didn't. Interesting. Oh, I got lucky there. we got very lucky there. Okay, that's good. For population, just gonna quickly lock in the government plaza cost there. Get it finished first so we can get that governor title in. Pingala will then give us some more science. +1 population. Ooh, 6 population, Goober, blimey. It's a good city. Political philosophy. Okay, we don't need the defense right now because we're not being attacked. So I will risk classical republic to get the great people points and also the better government. But keep in mind that we may need to trade that away fairly quickly. Urban planning, we'll get Ilkham for some builders. I really do need the builders. And then we'll go for diplomatic league and charismatic leader. No, charismatic leader and strategist. Let's get some general points in because I think a single general would be really useful if I was going to go conquering, which I may do. Brussels. Hello. Good to see you there, Brussels. Now, games and recreation, defensive tactics, a few to feudalism. It will unlock the entertainment complex. Again, not great for district discounting, but it'll do. Curtain. Hello. Wanted to meet you. Where are you? Just below. Oh, I reckon you'll be a really good friend. Do you want to be my friend? No, he doesn't want to be my friend. Delegation. Give you open borders. Try and be friends with Mr. Curtin. He'll buy my horses as well, which is great. Hunza has just declared war on Greece. Australia and Gorgo are at war. Oh, that is best case scenario for us because that means that both are going to be too distracted, hopefully, to attack me. There you go. Look at that. Just terrain planning. Because I put all of the warriors in that mountain range, we confused the AI and we stopped them from attacking us. I will take that as a massive, massive win. Okay, we settle next to Lake Victoria for the era score, which is great. I will buy in a monument. I think is that the play to get to feudalism as quickly as possible. I think it is the play. Then I will transfer over the tile, get working on the commercial hub. It says 30. Don't worry about 30 turns. That's fine. That's not quite accurate, but we'll bring that down a little bit already. 24 turns. That's good. Oh, I need irrigation. Chop it out and put down that commercial hub. Get it finished. We'll finish this builder as well. We'll get Pingala to have researcher on. As you can see now, we've got the commercial hubs all beginning to run. And a second luxury, which I could sell for an obscene amount of gold. I'm trying to work out whether or not that is the play to make. I don't want everyone to be unhappy though, so I think probably not for now. We'll keep it until we've got some excesses. City number 5. Ta-da! Double chop that. I probably should chop that out before we do anything. Okay, we'll send this builder out to go and do that before I put the commercial hub down. Okay, that road has been done, which is good. Now I'm going to send it from Gooberville instead because we've got 2 luxury resources in that city. So as soon as the commercial hub is done, the route to Johannesburg should be really good. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try and get the apprenticeship boost here as well. Defensive tactics. I love any game where I don't have to get the boost to defensive tactics. Is always a huge relief. Friendship with Australia as well. We have a shared interest in making sure that Gorgo doesn't go mental between us. We'll see if we can keep that one going as well as possible. Good. I've actually kept my technologies down to 9, which is really good. So this commercial hub building that I'm trying to do, it's the minimum cost we can get away with. This warrior is now going to go and explore all of Australia's cities because I think I've got good international routes via the sea, which is fantastic if I do. That is ultimate trading if we can trade with Australia. That means we've got an ally we could send Visselbank and routes to. +4 commercial hub. First one's done. Nobody's getting any merchant points at the moment, which is lovely. And I don't think you saw that, but because I built the commercial hub, I just gained a housing and a population in this city. Lovely. Now let's see what that does to the trade route availability. Yeah, look, here we go. So we've got 1 luxury resource in this city and it gives 5 gold and 1 culture, which is 2 gold and 1 culture extra. Lovely. Perfect. Well, we get an artist point from our unique marketplace. So let's get one of those built built as soon as possible. +1 population. That's another one. Amazing. Building by a volcano. Just what we do over here. Don't worry about it. It's fine. One, yeah, maybe pointless tech, but we're going to get sailing quickly. If I build a boat, I get an envoy with Venice, and I have an envoy spare. So that would be very handy. Oh, as soon as I unlock harbors, all of this discounting possibility is just going to go straight through the floor. 4 districts built, but 1, 2, 3, 4 districts unlocked. So nothing will get discounted until the next one is built. Good to know. Good to know. Get ready for feudalism, which is only 13 turns away. By getting Liang in a fairly high population productive city like Guberville, that will give me the ability to get builders at an increased charge capacity, which is lovely. And let's buy that galley. It's expensive. This means that we can now get Venice in, which means trade routes to foreign cities earn a gold for each luxury resource at the destination, which takes that to a 10 gold route now, because this now has a commercial hub as well. Oh, perfect. Hoplites. You see, I knew Gorgo would be trying something. If she attacks this warrior now, we're dead. This would be like immediately fall back. In fact, actually, I might let her take the pass and then just leave my units there. She can't settle there. So it would just mean she can only attack with 1 unit at a time, which would be distinctly easier to defend. I've now got a luxury I can sell as well. Oh, I'm in the gold. Finally, this should give us apprenticeship. Almost. All right, let's unlock that. An archer. Archers, we don't mind those manning the front lines so much, to be honest with you. Apprenticeship. There's the industrial zone. We need to build those as soon as we can to get those engineering points in. Because we have our man-at-arms replacement, I'm just going to dip into ironworking quickly now. No, we're going to have to do a bunch of this. Masonry, ironworking, engineering, because I need to get the aqueducts so I can get the industrial zone set up. There's a lot to do. This is a fun part of the age. And as you can see, we're just about to explore and find all of the Australian cities that are able to be traded with, which would be great. So the Canberra looks like it's behind a lake, which is unfortunate. First person to meet Bandar Brunei, though. Trading posts will give gold. Hey, we like anything that gives us gold. I think I might keep the gold trade city-states available. There's the market. 4 era score. We need 7 more before the 10 turns runs out to get our golden age, which I do kind of want. I'm going to put some time now into making builders and leave them just on 1 turn so that I can build them all when we have serfdom. Gorgo's really lining up on me. I'm so lucky that this doesn't appear to be an easy take at all. Everyone finished there. Oh, look at our trade routes all of a sudden. There's tons of them. So where are the best routes from? They're all still to Johannesburg, Silver, and Alex Frost. Okay, let's get that gold cranking out. And broadcloth. Oh, we do get multiple copies of this. Oh, wow, we're going to have a lot of that luxury. Good to know. Good to know. Mapuche. That's an era score. Hugely useful that. Where did you find me? You have no idea where they found me. They found me rather than the other way around, I think, which is always slightly worrying, but never mind. Want to buy anything from me? You do. Oh, done. 1 turn on that builder. Get the walls in, which I should be able to finish before the end of the age, which is going to be 1 era score because we have an era score for every Eureka we have at the moment. Watermill, I think, is 1 that I would quite like as well. 320 gold. That's fine. So that's 2 era score. Then improve 2 sea resources. Own 2 galleys, 3 different districts. That's more difficult to do. Oh, my unique unit. That would give me 4 era score. Okay. It's all in the gold. Gold is what we need. And we're going to get 1 from getting a great merchant as well. Okay, perfect. These 2 builders now ready to be deployed. I'm just waiting on this industrial zone placement. Ideally, I didn't want to do this without chopping those tiles. I've kind of got to the point where I really do need to do that. What do I do? Ancestral Hall for settling? Warlord Spurring to get another 20% production boost. I'm already going to get a 20% production boost, so I'm kind of tempted to say that's enough, and I would rather settle more and settle more vigorously. So let's go production for settlers. Oh, I can trade. Oh, I can trade with Canberra as long as the route is long enough. Okay, that's fine. Keep exploring around this way, but that's a really good find for me. And the reason I left a warrior there as well is because I knew this would happen. I knew the trader would eventually be sent through. Is it going to me? It is going to me. So they'd be able to move their units through and settle, which I don't want. So this will work very perfectly for me. Feudalism, +1 era score, and a bunch of boosts that come from it as well. Stirrups boost, engineering boost. We're going to get the watermill boost. There is a merchant, 4 turns, 2 more era score to do. I think that's fine to send the merchant to a different different continent. We're going to send it around to the continent of Africa. Go get some luxuries that I'm unlikely to pick up myself. Like this sugar. That's a good sugar. Off you go, Mr. Merchant. 10 turns. What a voyage that will be. There's urban planning. And here is serfdom, which means we can now go to finish all of these builders, which I will do. I'm going to let Gooberville finish first, just so we can finish the watermill on time. Then the others will finish just after that as well. Oh, this is looking suddenly really good. Now up to exploration. 6 charge builders. This is what it's all about. I think we're going to get Boudica in time as well. Okay, yep, great. So we should be in time on this one. I think we're going to get the golden age without needing to use my unique unit, which is amazing. Time to finish all the other builders now. Done. Construction. It's looking nice. 6 cities, 6 cities, 3 cities. We've only got the 5, but I feel like this has been doing okay. I haven't needed many more just yet, but there's the lumber mill, which is then mass production, which gets me the golden age. So we're done. Oh yeah, lovely stuff. Now to get some builders. Remember, aqueducts, they don't count as specialty districts, so this doesn't affect any of the district discounting that I can do. Not that I've unlocked any of it so far. We've not done a brilliant job of it, but you know, do what I say that I'm going to do and not what I actually do. This is the general takeaway you should have of all of my videos. The intentions are there, even if the rest of it isn't. Our medieval fairs now, we're going to boost, get the extra governor title. That means we can put Magnus into Alex Frost. We can start spitting some settlers out. There's the golden age. And it does give me a bit of a question. Do I go for 3 inquiry, which would give me 3, 7, 9, 11 extra science per turn, or do we go monumentality? And I think the answer is clearly monumentality. Got 100 gold coming in per turn. I'm about to make a ton of builders. I think this is absolutely worth it. Do I chop this rainforest out? I think we're going to just start chopping as we go for yields. Like, we got a lot of chopping to do here. So I can place things like this aqueduct down. I know they're Pantheon tiles. I don't want to get rid of them any more than you want to see me get rid of them, but here we are. There's my second galley. Builders are now significantly cheaper. We're just going to keep working these 6 charge ones that I can spread amongst my empire. Oh, golden age. We've got another set of these luxuries. We have too many. There's nothing I can do with them. Australia, are you really killing Brussels? Feels like a very un-Australian thing to do. Blimey. No comment. Well, Congress, I'm going to give myself melee troops advantage because I've got all these warriors stood on the pass, and I would love it if I had fewer grievances, just in case I do go for city-states myself. 100% more for Gorgo. I kind of like that too. That is fun. And we can start trading. You know what? I'm going to start trading back towards Gorgo now. There's no fear there. Why? Why should we fear? We shouldn't fear. Not at all. Okay, now we start to chop though. So the industrial zones are going to begin to get put down. There is no district discounting on this yet. That's okay. We don't need it. We will get that just fine without. Banda, Brunei, find everything for me. Reveal Mexico City. Nice. Industrial city-states are pretty good for me, actually. Babylon. Yes, visit me if you like. Oh, that's worrying. 74 science for somebody who's got a massive penalty to science. I didn't really want to see that. That's made me feel very weird. And we're chopping out these industrial zones now. Excellent. Get them chopped. Get them chopped and finished, please. Babylon has Feed the World, by the way. I'm just keeping an eye on that because, you know, my Feed the World addiction can never be truly sated. I think we always knew that. It was always a bit of a risk, but here we are. The aqueduct is finished, which is great news. This one finished as well, which means now I think when we finish the industrial zone, it should give us the era score, which it does. Lovely stuff. Let's get that workshop finished as quickly as we can. 10 population hit as well. Annexes tiles. Oh, we could probably steal some tiles from Gorgo here, or go and get some luxuries or useful things. Let's actually send it over to Parlor. I'm just trying to get pyramids built here. Might be a chop away from doing that. Mines are going down everywhere. Switch this tile over to Parlor, and there's pyramids. That is 1-3 builder. And all builders now have an extra charge, including all of the builders that are already on the map, which now have +1 charge. It's very, very handy. Wow. Australia killing Brussels. That is a very aggressive move from Australia. I don't know how I feel about that at all. Very strange. Right, I'm actually, I think, going to unlock Celestial Navigation very soon because we have some really good district discounting going on at the moment and not much I can really do in my capital with it. I start to get some harbors, we get more trade routes, and trade routes are the thing that will just win us this game. Yeah, I do think I probably should build at least a couple of campuses. Let's get these down. No era score for this one, and I've literally just put an improvement down for it, which is not ideal, but hey, we'll make it work. In the meantime, more trade routes. They're very good. They're very strong. And you know what? More trade routes to Greece. I might just do that. I was going to attack them. This is the thing. I had a man-at-arms unit that I've unlocked, this wonderful Gundag. But this mountain pass is horrible, and there are man-at-arms hidden in here. And there's 64 strength in this city. I just don't know if Greece is going to be someone that I really want to get bogged down fighting. But then again, I've got all of these warriors, so I might as well just fight on the border for a bit. I don't know. No harm in sending some trade routes over. They can always be reallocated later. So I think we'll do that for now. Yeah, these are good routes. Science, production, gold, culture, lovely. I appreciate it, cheeky saddle, but I have now taken the mountain pass, and what are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's what you're going to do about it. Absolutely nothing. No harbor in that city, but they don't all need cities. That's the thing. Harbors, cities, you know what I mean? The cities need no harbors. Sometimes I feel like I do in fact lose it. Chop out the population as quickly as possible just to keep this nice and stable and start to bring some units around. They won't like this. This might actually break Gorgo out of her stupor. She's been sat there for a significant amount of time, just not doing anything. I don't think that's going to last now. Yeah, she's got crossbows, castballs, trebuchets. Gorgo is looking pretty angry. I don't think that truly bothers me, to be honest, but it is probably worth keeping an eye on. Right now, professional army's good. We've got tons and tons of iron. As I say, I have these unique, wonderful warriors, these man-at-arm replicas. Let's upgrade a few of these now, quickly. It's only 10 iron for each one, which is shockingly cheap. Merchant Republic now. We don't have 2 caravels, but we can get something similar. Okay, now we go for the harbors. We've been avoiding it, but we can't avoid it any longer. Nice little gentle eruption there, just destroying everything that I've built. Wow, that is an almost entire city that's just been melted there. Look, okay, it's just that workshop. We can fix a lot of this. This is fine. Okay, cool. That's not as bad as I thought. I love volcanoes, but yeah, look at this. Even with the Great General, I am only able to really do even damage against these man-at-arms. That's tough. And my hoplites are even worse. So I think we continue just to keep the defensive. I don't trust Gorgo. I am still absolutely sure that she will at some point attack me. I don't necessarily like that. She's also managing to get all of her troops around, which I prefer if you didn't do that, please. Get out of my land. Oi, I say to that. Oi. Okay, we now actually have harbors unlocked as well, which are, I believe, discounted. Yeah, look, industrial zone. Yeah, they are discounted. Okay, so we can actually build the harbors pretty quickly here. Nice. Let's lock some of those in immediately. So we'll see how many we can build with the discount. Alex Frost has popped one down. Yep, Silver's got one as well. Unfortunately, Gooberville not gonna have the production. We don't get a discount there unless I finish some other districts first. Let's not place it. I reckon we can probably get that district discount done. Industrialization boosted because of the amount of workshops we've got. Beautiful. There is a source of sugar to add to my empire, just keeping me a little bit happier. It is turn 100. We've got 150 production. We've got the gold. Science and culture could be better. I do need to pivot into getting just a little bit of science very soon, which we will be doing. That won't take us long to do. Stirrups has given our pastures more food. I've got quite a few pastures lying around. I think, to be honest with you, I'm going to industrialize now. I think that's the best play. Build a classical era or later wonder. We should be getting Imhotep soon. Build 2 harbors we should do. Nothing I need to rush around here for now. 200 gold and 1 envoy. Lovely. We're using our gold at the moment to make more and more settlers, sending more and more routes to Greece because of the science and the culture on these. Eventually she'll either attack me or decide she wants to be my ally. I'm not entirely sure which way it's going to go right now. Anyway, let's explore some of the map with envoys to Iriscore, HUZZAH, Candy, and India all revealed. Lovely. HUZZAH's a really good find, actually. Hello, India. Nice to meet you. Lovely to meet you indeed. We're not neighbors, so to be honest, you should really like what I'm doing. Remember, every time we finish our harbor, a commercial harbor or an industrial zone, we gain an extra population, which is a nice little boost. Building up the industry of our cities because of that. Kumasi. We could just really go into trade routes with city-states, which is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to conquer them, but this is just not how the game is playing at the moment. We're going for a late game war rush Yeah, I don't know. Exploration. 15% production towards districts, extra gold in all of my cities if I've got a governor in them. There's a lot to like. Serfdom, Trade Confederation. I think both of those options work really well for me. Colonial offices will be really good if I do settle on a different continent, but I haven't done that yet. Give it a bit. We'll do that soon. First envoy counts as 2. Then we're going to go for conscription and Republican legacy because that was keeping my cities happy. Lovely. Well, now that we can explore, I think we probably need to go back and get some of the stuff that we've missed up until this point. Let's start with mysticism for the envoy. I think I am going to unlock Kamasi here. I've just sent a bunch of routes to Greece, but we don't have to send all of them to Greece. No, we don't have to do that at all. And in the meantime, the settling will now continue until behavior improves. I'm assuming there's no commercial hub discount. Harbor discount? No? Okay. The campuses are going to be really, really nice. We're going to be able to build tons of those in time. But for now, let's just start by placing some of these down and working on the easy stuff, doing a bit of choppies. Settling does really need to become a thing fairly soon. So when Alex Frost is done with this workshop, we're going to get back to settler production. Speaking of population, have a look at what I've done with the borders here. Look, I deliberately stole this tile in the city of Mandeltorts. We'll be able to put something onto this later. I can convert it over. But what I don't know is because I chopped it out. You know what? Sometimes I know I've had a really good move. I know I've done something really clever, but I don't remember why. Why was it clever? I don't know. Look, just assume that everything I do in this game is really clever, okay? Just assume that it's really clever. I think you should do that in all of my playthroughs. Oh, Ursa's playing this. He's probably done something really clever. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Can we make that the default reaction, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Kilwa being built. It is. I did kind of want Kilwa, but I think I'm going to conquer it. I mean, I'm going to conquer everyone eventually. This will be a war game. You can't give me this many advantages to conquering and not expect me to do that. Aid request. We'll join in with that for now. That's good. Who's stolen Venice from me? Gorgo. Of course it's Gorgo. Venice was actually giving me a decent chunk of gold, but not like as much gold as I would need to be too worried about it. Saving up for Venice. Kamasi first. Kamasi's more important than Venice. Oh, I thought that galley was dead. I left it alive accidentally. That's so annoying. All right, let's get this galley. Go and kill it. That's a 280 gold stupidity penalty. That's what that is. Tobacco for a book. Sure, take a book. I love books. Books are great. 1 and 2. Kamasi is mine. And now, yes. Okay, Alex Frost, Silver, and Guberville are cities that have the most districts. They're where I need to send them from. And look at that already. Mexico City, 20 gold per ton and 10 culture. Lovely. Trade routes. Trade routes. You've got to have the trade routes. And grants for more points. We are so close to Imhotep now. In fact, we should get that next turn. So there's a bunch of wonders we can build. I'm going to pop in Corvée briefly. Get ourselves a couple of boosts. Lovely. Now civil service. Where's this barbarian gone? It's sailed away. It's really annoying. I bet it's going to be here and it's going to miss my boat completely. Just you wait. Yep, told you. I can't believe it gave me the slip. That's so annoying. It's always the way, right? Chopping out some high value campuses now. +4. Lovely. Just what you want to see. There's Imhotep. And we'll start, as all best things are, with Mausoleum. A nice 3 wonder that is essentially, literally for 3 science, faith, culture, and all coast tiles. Engineers have an additional charge. Buttress boosted. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff. Now to do guilds for the governor title. We can get some alliances going. I think a military alliance will be really good with old Curtin here. Everyone else I'm gonna just stay pretty chill with. No one's trading with me. I don't need an alliance. That's a nice campus. That's a nice campus indeed. Lovely stuff. Guilds is unlocked. Craftsman, 27 extra production per turn, which takes me almost to 200. The workshop is finished here. Okay, we're going to start making some actual settlers, not just with gold. We're going to actually use our production for them, which is brilliant. Magnus is doing their thing. Pingala's doing his thing. Liang as well. Who else would be useful? Oh, Gorgo's got to go. Gorgo's being so annoying with everything like this. Ugh. I think we'll go Victor, just in this little pass city, just to keep it nice and safe, but also to start exerting some pressure when we make troops. Okay, Colossus. Next turn will give us an extra beautiful trade route, which will help me again. My economy just sort of starting to flow now. Starting to hit that nice nice economic flow state. Speaking of trade route capacity, builds the trader unit for 3 and Mexico City. Bam. You have to love it. Actually, Petra or Terracotta Army, which is the better one? Whichever Barcal. I don't have any desert. You know, I think Great Lighthouse, this just comes in really handy for later. We haven't got Apadana in this city, but it's still worth it for all of the wonders. How to annoy Gorgo, 101. Settle right on top of her. Okay, Sanikush, you're gonna be a little bit tricky loyalty-wise. Oh, no, you'll be fine. Especially if I put Victor over there. Oh, yeah, plenty fine. We'll start with the harbor. Get that done. Grants a new governor. That's not a merchant that's particularly useful for me, to be honest, because I've got enough governors, but fine. I'm going to give Magnus surplus logistics just in case I do want to send some internal trade routes. I don't think I particularly do, but it's amazing how often internals pop up as like, actually, that would be pretty handy. Like, how much is available? 4 food, 5 production, as opposed to 20 gold, 9 culture. I think Kamasi makes it worth it to not do internals, but help my new cities. I would rather buy the builders and manually do it for now. I think we'll do that. Instantly builds a quadrireme. Nice. I'm thrilled by that. I'm not. I mean, honestly, who really cares? 400 gold per turn. Okay, the trade routes are now starting to really tick. I'm just trying to work out whether I commit to army here because like, these man-at-arms are so tough. So tough. Oligarchy, difficulty from bonuses, great generals, support bonuses. Greece is just a nightmare to attack. I don't know if I really want to, but then I could just declare war and then hold a defensive line and let them use their military strength against me. I think this is just one of those games where patience pays off. Patience is always the way to go, as painful as it is. Just hold. Hold for now. Eventually, it'll all make sense. Just have to believe. Just have to believe. Switch back to trade route power now. Trade confederation's a really, really good card. Advisselbanken. I'm not trading with any city-states that are actually allied to me at the moment, so maybe that's not as good as I think it is. Okay, trade confederation's good for now. 95 science, considering I only have 2 campuses, that's pretty good. Like, I'll take that. That's fine. But more campuses needed now. We'll be able to get B. Sheng in to improve Alex Frost, maybe Parla in order to have more districts. We will campus spam at some point. I also need to explore more of the map. If we explore more of the map, we'll unlock more spaces for city-states that improve science. We haven't found any of them yet, but they will exist on the map somewhere. Another city, my 9th, Bob Tway. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Start to get these hubs down. Start to get everything working as quickly as we can. Lovely stuff. There we go. Kilwa has been built by somebody that we haven't met yet. Even better. It means we'll feel no sorrow at all when we end up killing them. Oh, someone took the engineer we wanted. That is slightly annoying. Never mind, there's humanism. 19 artist points per turn. Wow. After guilds receive 1 artist point for every different luxury you've improved. Okay, cool. That'll be 13 points then. I didn't realize we were getting quite that many, but I'm not going to be complaining. I'm trading a lot with trade city-states, so we'll do that one, a couple of votes, and I'll go melee again. I know Gorgo has a lot of melee, but so do I. That's the main thing. Gorgo's actually moved her troops away from me as well, because I think Australia is still giving her an absolute headache with this war, which is really handy. You know what? I might actually see if I can just slip in here and do some damage, maybe. Or we wait for observation balloons, which is probably the sensible choice. Mass production. Get some shipyards in a second. 10th settlement. Need to pick up the happiness just a touch now. Oh, you know what? We are going to go to war with Gorgo. I think we are. I'm going to spend no time at all on better armed units there. We've unlocked the trebuchet. I think the trebuchet is all we're going to need. These things are tough on the defense. We're going to hope that she is so distracted she will not be able to destroy me. Whether or not that turns out to be true, I don't know. But none of my gold is now going to go on settlers for a bit. We're going to now start conquering. Yeah, and I do have a couple more settlers. So you will see just a few things being popped down, but nothing major. Nothing major at all. Wonder construction. Wonders are still left that are good. Venetian Arsenal might help here, but don't need it, We'll save you until I figure out something that would be really handy. Grants a free trader. Increases trade route capacity. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Oh, that's a good route. 14 culture on a single route. Yeah, you have to love it. You really do. Gonna quickly now buy the stable and the armory, which is expensive, but I need the gunpowder upgrade. That's fine. So that I can start making trebuchets. We need about 3 of them to take down Sparta, I think. Don't think we'll need more than that. We'll see though. Also brought a battering ram, though I don't think that's going to be particularly particularly handy, I'll be honest with you. Ah, yes. And we are still making excellent routes. The Gorgo is going to take Venice and Johannesburg away from me. I'm going to just put 2 envoys into Johannesburg just to stop it from flipping. A lot of my trade routes are going there, but you can't save them all. Harbors complete in the city of Mandeltort. Can only mean one thing: more lighthouses for all. Plus 3 combat strength for all naval units. Yes, thank you very much. That sounds just lovely. Just delicious in all things. There's 1 trebuchet. I feel like, again, we need more than 1. How much damage does it do against Sparta's walls? Well, there's Renaissance walls there, so not much. 50 damage with the Great General. We're gonna get some cores soon. Should we send cores in? We should be fine. Yeah, we still have the strategy here. This is okay. This is fine. This is a good use of production, he says with no confidence whatsoever. There's nationalism. Time to form the cores. We need more strength than this, but this helps infinitely. 60 strength against Sparta now. We will need to create a proper siege to make this effective, but we're going to have at least 2 trebuchet cores, bunch of regular troops coming in as well now. Yeah, okay, and I'm happy with this. Mercantilism. I'm tempted to go all in on trade routes now, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go for triangular trade. I've been trading in lines this entire time, and it's just not good enough. Again, we've got science, culture, faith, and gold on all of our trade routes now. And we've got the golden age, which I am going to claim reform the coinage on, so that our traders can't get pillaged, which is especially handy when you realize the barbarians keep pillaging all of my trade routes. Not for long though. Anyway, you still at war with my military ally? You're not, which is a shame. You are now at war with me. Congratulations. I just think a new age is just such a great time to declare war. So a bunch of city-states, unfortunately Johannesburg and Venice have now flipped away from me, so we will see a bit of a problem with trade routes. As you can see, there's a lot of places that can still trade, and we will get some envoys very soon to try and pinch some of these city-states back. So 1-turn naval tradition, that'll help. So there are muskets, there are crossbows. There's a lot of bad stuff that we could be fighting here, but like, there are things that we can do. First of all, we're gonna go full war. Let's go raid, and I'm gonna take logistics. Craftsman is really good. No, we don't need logistics right now. It's a bit early for logistics. Okay, now we have an extra envoy. I'm gonna say, Johannesburg, please stop. Please don't do that. Come back to the light. I've got pillage gold. That's what you want to see, right? Ah, she went defender of the faith. Interesting. I say interesting. It's very annoying. No matter. To be honest, I don't mind this being a bit more of a grindy war because we've got no rush here. No rush at all. And as you can see, all of my trade routes are now becoming re-established, which is great. Yes. Oh, yes. These are some good routes. They're going to attack me a few times. I was hoping I would be able to resist more damage than that. My troops are slightly weaker than I had hoped. Never mind. Doesn't matter. We've taken the more defensive ground. Like, I can't really emphasize enough how big my economic advantage is here. We should be able to do some real good. Trade routes to city-states now gain me faith. Oh, that's the Kamasi special. Doubles my faith per turn. Lovely stuff. Oh, I lost one of my cores. Lots of damage. No matter. We'll be fine. Just have to believe. By believe, I mean get things like frigates, which have now massively increased my range attack on my cities, which helps considerably. Oh, big explosion. Blimey, I just made these walls. Everything's on fire. They'll get over it. One place you don't want to be is behind my lines, because I will kill you. And yeah, some of these troops are quite annoying, but what's happening here is I'm able to just sort of sit and gain experience on my troops quite nicely. They're all leveling up. I'm just chilling. We're just sitting here for a moment or two. Lovely little canal city here. My first continent of Atlantis settlement. Atlantis, you say? Oh, well, that's a bit of fun. I like a good Atlantis settle. Keep pushing gently. Don't let them push you back. Not one step backwards. I keep deciding, you know, sometimes Republican legacy works, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it absolutely doesn't, but never mind. Keep everyone doing good. I'm just gonna nervously move my trebuchet forward a towel there. Push you forward one, so that then I could move Boudica forward, and then move and attack. That's basically what I'm trying to do. Just keep pushing pushing in, not because I'm realistically going to take anything with these units, but more that I'm looking to just get myself into a nice raiding spot for a second or two. Like, our units are beginning to push forward just a little bit. We've got a little bit more of a defensive terrain to launch an attack from here. We have another artist. We've got quite a few of these now. Yeah, there was a big revenge attack. We lost quite a bit of health on our trebuchet, but it doesn't matter. It didn't die. That's the main thing. It didn't die, which means it could return, retreat, and continue to level up, which is the main thing here. All we're doing is just leveling our troops up slowly, giving them promotions they need. We're doing it well. A spy. These are the slow things we're going to now start to do to just give myself a little bit of combat advantage. I'm taking a long time going into industrialization. We are massively jeopardizing our war effort doing this, but don't worry. Soon we'll have printing. Soon we'll have industrialization. Actually, do I want to go gunpowder and then printing, I think? Like, we shouldn't be spending this long working on economy, but we've got 600 gold per turn. I think we can. Hey, curtains back in on the wall. That's good. And India will come in on it as well. It's fun. Oh, okay, they just triple dunked on my core and killed it. That's 2 cores I've lost now. I mean, admittedly, when I said, oh, it's all about leveling up my units, I didn't really want to lose quite this many. It's okay. We've got plenty, but he's just a bit annoying. Just a little bit annoying. Never mind. Gunpowder will be a big step up for me. Watch my production start to spiral now. Factory, right in the middle of my empire. In a couple of turns, we'll pick up the coal. We've got one source of coal, but plenty to the north, so we can go and settle that if we need. And look, I won the aid request by 1 gold. Whey! I was like doing that. It feels so incredibly cheeky. Trying to get natural history now. Coal power plant. 73 production, and that's now going to spread around, doing some lovely, lovely stuff. Excellent. The power turns on. Gunpowder appears. Dido, I won't be raising no white flag for you. He's got some wine though. I like anyone who approaches me with wine. This is a wonderful thing. Would you like to buy some of my luxuries? You would. Oh, you're my new best friend. Speaking of friendship, yep, you see, look, just offer people friendship. It's the best way to do it. And, okay, Republican Legacy is on the edge of doing something, but right now forced modernization needs to come in. We've got some good upgrades to do, like, for instance, this musket and this crossbow and this crossbow. We will go printing. Do I need bombards? Probably. So we'll go bombards and then military science for the military academy, for the cavalry, and for the line infantry. Johannesburg has flipped again, basically just dismantling all of my trade routes, which is really annoying. But every time they do this, they give me era score, so that's why I'm not so fussed about it. See, just repair them the same turn. It's great. We've halved the size of Gorgo's army. So yeah, we've lost a couple of troops ourselves, but in the long run, I think this is fine. Maybe. We'll see. Keep an eye on this. Currently, Gorgo has +3 from intel on me. However, printing gives me 1 level of intel, which will give me effectively a +3 combat swing towards her. And then, on top of that, my spy has now arrived. We can gain +1 as well. So instead of Gorgo having +3, now I have +3, which is a 6 combat strength swing, which makes a big difference. Big difference, and we love to see it. Grandmaster's Chapel, I know I only have 74 faith per turn, but there are a lot of holy sites just lurking around. Maybe not with Greece, but especially with Australia and people like that. If we do start conquering, we want to take advantage of that for as long as we can. Forms an armada out of a military naval unit. I have a lovely frigate down here that I'm going to use you immediately on because that will give me massive ranged combat strength in my cities. We should be very welcome indeed. Oh, hello. Wonder construction and trade routes to own cities. We're not going to be doing that, but gain the envoy. The envoy is fun. The envoy means that I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and steal Venice back. Era score. Plus a bunch of really nice routes have just opened up. Forms an armada. A big Giga armada that's going to do tons of damage to Corinth. Yes. Keep on attacking. Oh, the armada makes a big difference. How much niter have we got? We've got almost enough to just be doing this in one big go. But anyway, bombard, and bombard. Unfortunately, my great general no longer works as efficiently, but We'll figure that out. That's something that we will figure out with time. Okay, they've grabbed Venice back. Boo! Still, every time they do that, more era score for me. Still trying to work on as many campuses as we can just to get that science number up. But once we start conquering, this will be a whole lot easier. Will this work? It better work. It's Forbidden City. Just in saving up for some nice friendly wonders. I've had a couple of engineers lying around and now my government is even bigger than before. Do I even need to keep skyscrapers? I don't know. I do need a general though. So, let me think about this. Do I want something like Casa? Ruh? Whatever it is, I haven't quite figured it out. So we'll take that out for a minute and we're going to go Republican Legacy to get our happiness back and then military organization because I do have a couple of armories. So that will give me something. Not much, but something. But +8 general points per turn. Yeah, we should be able to get a lovely great general with that. Perfect. Excellent. They've moved a single pike and shot in the way. That is what we would call a very bad idea because now it means I can just use every single one of my units one by one to make that attack. Perfect. Oh, Sparta. Sparta, we are so coming for you. And, oh, mobilization. Just buy a bit more niter and more bombard strength. Yes, powerful. Magnus and finished. We can actually get troops in at a sufficient strategic discount now. Perfect. Okay, right. Yep. They are slicing that unit about a little bit, but there's for promotion. You're going to regret that. And let's go for campuses, but most importantly, a discount on gold purchasing units. Production goes through. We don't mind. It did. Okay, so we can produce units faster now. We've actually got really good production, so that's brilliant. Bacon army. Yeah, they just killed both their units on my lovely musket. It's not going to work for you. That volcano is being annoying now. Should you stop killing everyone, please? That's a hill. That's a hill. Oh, this is going to be such a difficult take. Do I just wait until observation balloons? This was a pretty slow-paced war. Like, I will admit that. I will admit. This has ended up being a slower-paced war than potentially, slightly slower than I would have liked, but I think it's okay. How much damage are we going to do? Not a crazy amount. Oh, go on, man. Let's just charge. Okay, so units are cheap, right? We might as well get some more units. They're going to attack with the musket. If they attack with the musket, I'll lose loads of damage here. But no, just a city attack is fine. They actually retreated with the musket. Okay, this is good. How much damage do I do? You know what? More than I have any right to. So let's start blowing the walls up and getting to that +10 as soon as we can. I don't think this bombard is going to be helpful at all, which is unfortunate considering it's an army, but never mind. Okay, yeah, now they're attacking. Now they're attacking. I thought this would happen eventually. Okay, total war is now back in. Not the franchise. No, the pillaging. Bomb. Move you about. Don't want anyone on the front line that's going to take substantial damage here. Not whilst we have the advantage. And look at that, 2 promotions. Lovely. And what a turn for science. Library and university, as well as library and university. Oh, gorgeous. Again, no city-states giving me any science right now, which is problematic. I would love to have some of that, but never mind. Oh, I lost my muskets. Yeah, I really need to just stop leaving those around. Luckily, I mean, I can produce extra units pretty quickly, but it's a bit sloppy of me. Shells. Oh, that's a good upgrade. You like to see shells. You really do. I'm just waiting for military academy. Once I get to that point, I can print units. It will be ridiculous. It'll be absolutely nonsensical. Corinth has no walls. I just need a little naval invasion now, and that city's mine, although Gorgo is in a golden age, so we're going to have to take it alongside Sparta, I think. Yeah, the defensive walls of Sparta just keep growing stronger and stronger. This is like one of those multiplayer matches where the 2 sides just keep clashing together with almost perfect synchronicity, which of course is a word, as you all know. All right, we're going to pull back out just until we get observation balloons, which are not far away, to be fair. Trade routes to Venice, and a settler to go and claim these 3 sources of coal. Yeah, that's right, 3 of them. That's lovely. Genghis Khan, you have combat strength on your attacks, but I am envious of right now. More artwork. It just gets put into my markets and then forgotten about forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, I just lost one of my bombards. I think it was a bombard army. It was slightly annoying, that. Never mind. Just keep falling back. Fall back, fall back, fall back. We'll get our revenge eventually. Probably eventually. Military Academy. Okay, now we can make corps and armies, which, to be honest, is now the point that Ursa just begins to get annoyed. Professor will start to unleash his fury upon the world. Let's get the cavalry army working now. We're going to get some very, very powerful units. And yeah, I've decided observation balloons are going to be needed. So we've got the boost, boost, boost. We just need an industrial era wonder. Mimir, you will not help with that. You are useless. I love you, but you're useless. Attack. That's a unit dead over there. And this one, it's another unit dead. Amazing. Oh, epic. Okay, we are actually starting now, finally, to begin to hold our own a little bit. Now that we're producing more and more powerful units. 3 envoys at a city-state. We'll work on Mexico City now. Bring them into the fold, please. I think I'm going to start raiding your stuff. And nom 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 nom. This is always my favorite bit about the commercial hub meta people love to go on about. 1,680 gold stolen from my capital. Lovely. Harbors are better. I will maintain this forever. Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. People know I'm right. People know I'm right on this point. They've already fixed the walls of Sparta. I didn't take them long. Fair enough. I can understand why. I mean, at any point we could have gone and attacked somebody else, but I just feel like this war with Gorgo is now the only thing that I could possibly ever do. This will define me. This is my thing. This is just everything to me. I could also go for any of the other weaker cities, which would be a sensible thing to do, but no, the crab bucket dictates that we must continue attacking down this very narrow corridor into Sparta. A better great general. Now that actually will help to punch through it because we've got some powerful units here now. Here we go. This is what we call a coal port. Yes, 1, 2, 3. A 1, a 2, and 3. Perfect. Go and claim it for me. Ferdinand. He's an admiral that can gain me a luxury, which is good, although I think I've traded for pretty much every single one on the map. I have. All right, I'll keep you for actual attacking then. That'll be nice. Ideology. What will we be doing? We're actually producing a load of cavalry units at the moment. Lightning warfare works really well. 5-year plan otherwise goes in. And Wisselbanken. I'll lose a little bit of gold doing that, but my trade routes to city-states are now beginning to work wonders. I mean, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. Now, Corinth, I'm not going to be able to keep doing this, but that doesn't matter. We don't need to keep Corinth. What we need to do, turn 162, the first time of the game, we need to activate the Procession of the Holy Blood. 20% bonus to production, gold, and faith in all cities for 5 turns. That is an outstandingly large amount. So Victor, get over here, stay in Corinth. Actually, weirdly, the loyalty looks like it's going to work, which I think is outstanding. Oh, yes, perfect. I would love to go democracy. I really would, but the naughty government, I think, is calling me for the +5 combat strength. I might do that and get the legacy card and then move on. Sparta can now be attacked anyway from 2 angles, which is lovely to see. A couple of very fast cavalry units now starting to appear, which is brilliant. Just make these are powerful. They can kill enemy units really nicely. We're 6 turns away from observation balloons now. That's not much. That's not much at all. That's something that we can work with, and look, the science is now beginning to climb as well. It's nice when a commercial hub has +5 adjacency purely from harbor adjacency. That's good. We like to see that. So as Johannesburg floods and my spy in Johannesburg gets killed, which is utterly annoying, you'll see that I believe the 20% on everything has kicked in. Yes, it has. So we are getting all of those extra modifiers, which is brilliant. I'm just going to pick up totalitarianism here by buying myself the military academy, which is very expensive, but we have a lot of gold coming in per turn. +5 combat strength. Excellent. This is not a particularly good government for my economy, but that's not really why we would pick this one. Lightning warfare, third alternative. You know, I don't need levy on mass. I've got plenty of gold. Let's instead take logistics and total war. Military organization. Did I ever get this general? I did get the general, so I don't need that anymore. Oh, why do I always leave that screen? Now I've got to do that again. Dope. We can get rid of military organization. I'll put trade confederation back in. And you know what? I am going to stick with Republican legacy because it's just pushing everyone into being a little bit happier. This will bank in as well. That'll do. Now, I don't think I'm going to stay on this government for any longer than I have to be, but I will pick the war department so I can heal my units, and then we'll switch governments. We're going to go to democracy so I can get really good economy through New Deal and the amazing trade routes. They've moved to pike and shot here, which is just lovely. Gives all of my units just a little bit of 3 experience. Brilliant. Thank you very much. How many turns of Congress we've got left? 15 turns. Keep building units then. Also, if you're making over 1,000 gold per turn, you should never be in a strategic issue because you should just be able to buy them from people. Like, I don't want to see it. Keep building units all the time. Cavalry is really good because it's incredibly quick. It can do a huge amount of pillaging. Well, let's get these attacks in. I want to level that up to get depredation so I can pillage for just 1 movement. Silver is still having funds stolen from it, which is really annoying. We should be able to get the spy very quickly, seeing as the last one is now dead. And now the cavalry is the first to run in. We're going to use these cavalry armies, very, very incredibly powerful units, to just push the enemy defenses back and create a nice pillage wall for us, whilst the bombards prepare themselves by getting onto the tiles just behind the front line. This is where the observation balloon is going to go. Typically, my general doesn't work on the bombards. You're too advanced. I need to upgrade those bombards. I think once I've gone flight, instead of going for planes, seeing as we've got such a strong economy, we're going to go artillery refining. Babylon can give us as much oil as we need in the meantime. So much coal, though. Yeah, we've got coal to sink an entire economy. And by that, I mean, of course, we will sink the world with flooding. Nobody needs to be above the sea, right? Oh, with fascism, with the spies, our armies are now holding up to enemy attack a lot better than they were before. It just means these cavalry can hold a wall to keep the bombards safe from counterattack, and means we can do a little bit of pillaging, reducing Sparta's strength, and also empowering my economy, taking turns off flight, doing the good work here. Beautiful. In fact, maybe flight can be done. Look at that, it can be. Excellent. Let's treat myself to 1 observation balloon, 2 observation balloon, and just for good luck, bombard army. I'll have another one. Oh look, my first bombard attack from a distance. Excellent. So, as discussed before, steel refining. Let's do it. Would be better probably to rush chemistry to get the research labs, but I'm angry. So, what do you expect from me? Of course I'm going to attack. Listening post. You keep going. You keep going. There's democracy. So, I think the most important thing we can have in the military slot is total war. Triangular trade, not as important for now. We've got Republican legacy. Now we put in New Deal and liberalism. We combine Vissel banking with the power of Raj. Finest hour? No. Fascist legacy. You know what? Actually, liberalism, get out of here. Fighting in or adjacent to home territory, finest hour. So we can have finest hour and fascist legacy at the same time. Bam. Oh, yeah. Okay, some of these trade routes are significantly better now. As long as we've got total war in, which we do, everything should be nice. Art museum for the opera and ballet. Boost. We obviously don't want to be spending any longer on this stuff than we have to. Now let's make sure that we are protecting the city and the commercial hub, because people are clearly spying in my capital a lot, which I don't like at all. Science boost for each natural wonder. Candy bows to me. Goodness me, it's all happening. And here are the bombards all setting up nicely. We go to pillage first, because every district we break reduces Sparta's strength. You can see currently it has +6 from districts, so there is some stuff that we still need to pillage. Probably that holy site, this industrial zone. Excellent. Now we go 1 attack, 2 attack, move the observation balloon around, 3 attack. I'm going to leave these cavalry here just to protect, but doesn't mean my other ones can't just go in and start to soften the enemy up as we go. Like this one, just stood here beautifully getting some science for me. Somehow though, even with New Deal, we're still not happy, which is amazing. I wonder if we've got warrioriness going on. Yeah, we do. -10. There's quite a considerably large amount of it just floating around. Okay, we do need to get some extra luxuries in then. Oh, they're just floating things around, attacking various units. Nothing too bad though. Nothing too bad indeed. Ballistics. And the industrial era, you can see the Gorgos at a normal age. Perfect. Reformer coinage is basically just powering my economy, since we've got 25 trade routes active. We don't want any of them to get pillaged. City-states are flipping everywhere. We can't guarantee that any of them are safe at any one point, so it's good that we just keep that one floating around. And let's just quickly take Raj off, put in Diplomatic League, go 1-2 on HUZZAH, loads more gold there, some more envoys. I like the idea of getting Nan Madol, so we're just going to put some envoys in there. He's making the most gold. Guberville otherwise. I'm just trying to work out where my spy spies need to go. Yeah, you stick around here. I don't believe they'll just be spying in the same single place. I reckon they'll be everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4 adjacent tiles. Bam. And we're already at steel. Oil. Babylon. Oh, that's expensive. How about we just have like a bit less like that? That'll do. Okay, now we've got some. We can afford this upgrade. I'll just make the one for now. As you can see. Oh, that's a lot more damage. Okay. Yeah, we're looking forward. We're looking forward to artillery. They will be delightfully fun. Because we bought all of these cavalry units and other units in cities with military academies, they're leveling up really, really quickly, which is quite nice to see. It means they upgrade, generally just get up to trouble. Keep the promotions appearing, keep doing the damage. As you can see, opponent's movements +3, fascist legacy +5, adjacent to territory +5, shells +10. There's a lot of stuff going on now. The bombards are all trying to help. Really though, it's the artillery doing the damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I pray in another artillery because I can. You know what? Yes, I will. I will treat myself to that. Lovely. My 20% has worn off now, unfortunately. Don't worry about that. We'll get it back. Refining. How much oil did we get in my massive empire? There's some under the field. Get that builder to go and absorb that. That's in the sea and that's under a district. Perfect. We must have more oil around. There's 3 over there. Okay, more settlers. Yeah, it's always worth making late game settlers just for strategics, if nothing else. Okay, refining is looking good. Now we go for research labs. Let's just cronk this up of as much science as we can. Attack, and the artillery says, I disagree with your existence. How do you reply? And the AI goes, we have no retort to that. There's a relic, because that is a capital we've just taken. And so not only do we get our 20% production gold and faith, but we also get a free relic. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's what you like to see. Let's keep it. There's a lot that's broken. When I say a lot, I do mean a lot. We should probably fix that. Oh, did it have Alhambra? I think it did, you know. Yay! Logistics go in. Perfect stuff. Conservation gives me, amongst other things, envoys, which means I can go 1, 2 into Nan Madol and pick up another 90 culture per turn. Mexico City also gives me extra production on my power plant buildings, which is great. And yes, logistics is very handy, but forced modernization will appear briefly because we have some artillery to upgrade. When I say some, I mean a considerable amount of artillery to upgrade. The artillery say, hello Argos, I'd like to shop at your store. And shop they will. Oh, interesting. I'm just going to say I'm merely passing by, but that's my military alliance disappeared. Oh, it never got to level 2. Oh, Australia, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. And when I say that, I mean purely for you. Like, it's not unfortunate for me. I must stress that. If anything, it is highly fortunate for me. Artillery do so much damage to regular units, such as their ridiculous level of combat power. And look, the war department means every time I get a kill, my units simply heal, which is amazing. My units just scream, it was just a flesh wound, and continue moving. Okay, Argos is now pretty much ready to fall. Just gonna quickly mop up a couple of bits and pieces here. You can see, actually, we need more line inventory to get replaceable parts. Luckily, I've got many allies who are willing to sell me large amounts of niter. Like, for instance, such. Huzzah! Australia's my next target, and you can see India is allied to them. So I'm just going to try and steal an alliance with India here. Make sure they don't declare on me. I know, we're so fickle. What is this? And one beautiful attack later, Argos is mine. It uses its own defenses to take out its own troops. We move on to our next target. It's the good cities taken now. I reckon we'll let Newcastle fall to loyalty. We'll let Mykenai fall to loyalty. We'll take out these 3 coastal cities next. Excellent. You know, I never did make a dam here. That's probably a mistake. Let's just quickly do that. He says, watching the dam break. Whoops. An aquarium just to spread a bit of love in the area. Pillage. Move forward. Never stop. Never stop. Even my frigates now here to get involved. Beautiful stuff. Look at all these high-level buildings being made. Stock exchange, stock exchange, stock exchange. Coal power plant. The golden production of my empire has always been so much better than the rest of it, but it's that economic base that's got me through today. Military emergency? No. Actually, Australia might join in on this, you know. They did. Okay, that means that they don't get the production bonus. That's hilarious. Oh, you should not have done that. You should have waited for me to attack you, then you would have had double production. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Hello, my name is Mr. Artillery, and I disapprove of walls. Would you mind removing them, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for understanding in this matter. Just a quick siege as well, just to really put the squeeze on. Let's move some cavalry now to the front line below, just in case Australia do attack me. They have 235 military strength. Gorgo's got 1. I don't know where that 1 unit is, but blimey, they must be feeling it. Oh, happiness. I can actually make some naturalists here. Oh my lord, national actual parks. I have improved so much land, I wasn't expecting to be able to make anything like that. That's brilliant. I think I'd like to liberate Brussels as well, just because the irony of me liberating from Australia makes me smile. Market economy, that's a big upgrade to my trade routes. Logistics, back into the government. Let's have a look at the quick city overlap. This is the size with Mexico City of the entertainment complex. That mine and this pasture will be a really, really good place for a stadio and a regular stadium. So let's do that. We'll lose a little bit of production doing this, but not much. National Park 1, National Park 2, and in a turn, National Park 3. That should give me plenty of happiness in this area. Attack, attack. I can take this city, but my spy will be lost and I'll lose 3 combat strength, so I'll make sure we do that last. Not that, to be honest, it makes much difference. Like, I'm doing fairly well in that department at the moment. Gustav, Eiffel. We now have roads. Roads to nowhere, am I right? No. All roads lead to silver. Professional sports. Aquatic center. Oh yeah, the happiness will flow now. Flowing like a swimming pool. And the city up to the north. Sorry, Mr. Spy. I know. You've been uprooted and you're not happy about it. I understand. You go down to Australia instead? It's gonna take you 7 turns to get there. It doesn't matter if you don't get there. That's fine. It's the effort. That's what I'd like you to make. The effort. And another one there. I think those 2 aquatic centers should hit pretty much all of my empire now. We may be at a point where I can get rid of Republican legacy soon. Well, I know the point. Oh yeah, look, it's very close now. Rural Valley. There's 20% production in my Magna City. 249 production going in there at the moment. I'm going to start loading the trade routes into this city now, but not before silver goes arena, zoo, stadium, just to really punch that in, and then a stadio with Eiffel and Filippo ready to help. In fact, we'll go Filippo first and then Eiffel to double charge it in a single turn. Excellent. Newcastle's flipped. My Kenai will flip. Next turn, I'm not going to even bother sending troops to go and claim it. That's the ultimate insult. I'm going to leave it to flip from loyalty. Oh, got to keep an eye out for the Australian diggers. They are very powerful and they actually just killed one of my cavalries. Admittedly, it was a slightly weaker one, but that's huge combat strength. I guess it's in friendly territory and also by the coast. These things are frighteningly tough. Yeah, look at that. Oh, let's just try and keep an eye out for that one. Newcastle is mine. Geelong has also fallen. As long as we do this fairly systematically, I don't think we have any real worries. Just capturing a lot of campuses now. World Congress is going to give me, hopefully, more scientists and another trade route. But I don't really have much Diplo favor, to be honest with you. A stadio, 2 amenities in every city in my civilization, and 6 culture. That's a huge one. Double scientists, and okay, Lautaro got it instead, but we're now above 1,000 culture per turn, which is pretty insane. All these diggers are very powerful. I don't want to just let my cavalry get hit by them because they will be shredded. Genghis is at war with Australia though. Let's have a military alliance. You know what? I'm just going to open alliances with everyone at this point. It stops people spying on me if nothing else. And also makes Australia feel absolutely isolated from the rest of the world because there's an emergency against Australia. Ah, that's why no one likes them. Gotcha. Yeah, okay, that's good. Speaking of the emergency, see if we can liberate Brussels. I reckon we can if we try hard enough. And if anything, we know that we are indeed tryhards. Chemistry means research labs. So now what we will do is just head to rocketry. It's the usual business now, but research labs are normally a good point of pride where you can finally just monster through the tech tree. Okay, now I have an infantry army. I can push these digger units back fairly comfortably. That's good news. I was worried we were going to have like an actual genuine problem with them, and then I remembered, of course we won't. Of course we're not going to. I'm Ursa. I don't have problems with anything. I just use artillery for all of my problems. Yay! It's the healthy thing to do. Huzzah! Look at all of this delicious oil. It's beautiful. It's beautiful oil. It's Brussels. Gives me another relic, which is lovely, but I'm going to liberate it so that it is mine. It gives me 6 envoys. Delicious, and ups my production considerably. Now, pile the pressure on Sydney. Shouldn't take too long. As well as stealing everything that isn't nailed to the floor. And actually, if it is nailed to the floor, steal it anyway. Just, bring some pliers or something. I'm not a practical man. I don't know what people unnail things with. Like the end of a hammer? I don't know. Don't ask me. 0 scientific city-states, though. This has been a very strange game for that. I don't know where they all are. Where are they? Who knows? That volcano blew up again. I swear, this is the only volcano on the map that's actually blowing up. Could we use any other one? Could I just, at least have the feeling that the game is targeting someone that isn't me? I need the illusion. Just the illusion will do. Okay, Sydney, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would have preferred if your walls had just 100% come down there, but I respect you standing up to that. Oh, I had another unit. Oh, don't worry, everyone. I found another unit. Pillage, move in. We'll pillage all of this and then take this city next turn. Although, actually, this digger might kill the cavalry. Whoopsie. I tell you, they're powerful, powerful units. You gotta be careful. They're so sneaky. Keep pillaging through the tech tree. Everything that we can get is good. I mean, it does take me a long time to fix it all, but that's not the point. The point is it's ours. Oh, my 3 oil city had 3 aluminium as well. Did I mention that? That's hilarious. We have so much aluminium. It's an obscene amount of aluminium. Rocketry! Now this is the part of the game where I start to make spaceports. Attack and attack and attack and attack, and Brisbane has fallen. Just in case you were worried about the fact that Australia wasn't already mine, it's getting increasingly that way. Actually, I might be able to brute force my way into Perth as well. Oh, I certainly can. I like it when you know there's going to be no emergency, because you're taking cities so quickly, the AI is not going to know which one to declare the emergency on. That's always a nice thing. This is what happens to my culture when Kamasi and Nam Madol both get taken from me. And yep, 400 extra when they come back. Advanced flight. Just in case you thought I needed another power spike, we've got one. Attack, attack, attack. I should have pillaged first because I would have weakened it, but never mind. Attack and take Canberra. Attack, attack. There's something very therapeutic about this sort of late game domination stage. Your troubles, they evaporate, they go out of the window as you simply progress across the map, taking what you like, giving nothing back. It's rather wonderful. There's satellites. Now to nanotech. Our expression of social media will define humanity's future. To that I say, if you say so, I will take your word for it. Oh, you're an age request. Forgot about that. Never mind. Attack, attack, attack. And finally, attack so that I can take Adelaide. Oh, that wasn't enough. Should have actually looked at that before attacking. Never mind. There's Adelaide. Maitland, you were like the last boss. I'm going to save you just for a second because my spy is in there just, doing spy things, which is quite useful. Oh, I was like finding Einstein. Research labs give more science. Well, there are no scientific city-states on the map, so that's quite handy. There is Rockhampton, and there is the wonderful city of Maitland, and that's Australia out of the game, which has unified this beautiful continent. I say continent, it's actually a split between 2 continents, but it doesn't matter, I've unified it anyway. We have 30 ecstatic cities, 27 trade routes, although we could get a lot more if we actually focused on it, and our eyes now look abroad too. To be quite frank with you, 5 very, very easy to conquer individuals, and that, for once, is where we're going to leave this series. I know, I could sit here and build the spaceport and go through the tech tree and do all of the projects, but I think we all accept this game as a foregone conclusion. I don't often do this, but we are using a modded leader who is potentially a touch on the powerful side. Incredibly fun and some really, really cool synergistic abilities that I was really grateful to show off in a video today, but I don't think we need to push this one right into the end. So my thoughts, well, I went for a bit of a multiplayer economic start and, well, I still maintain, yes, it works, but it's not exactly the best start when you're playing single player against Deity AI who are cheating. It's a bit more of a hybrid start that involves a lot more science at the beginning of the game than maybe multiplayer would allow you, but still it worked, especially because we had such an economic civ who had extra trade routes, although we didn't get those online for some time. Gorgo was both a threat and in the end totally captive as a aggressor. I just held the mountain range and hey presto, that was beautiful. That allowed me to get my trade routes, start to work them everywhere I wanted to go. And as soon as we found Kamasi and Namadol, well, that was that. Currently shows Babylon as being the tech leader, but just trust me, I have this in the absolute bag now. We have more science, more culture, and far more economy than anyone else on the map. In fact, I think we even have almost as much science as everyone else put together, and I know we have economy and culture of everyone else put together as well. I implore you, Merrick makes amazing modded civilizations. You have to go and try this one. It is well worth it. Very powerful, very fun. This is my gift to you. Go and play this mod. Be free and be Flemish. Process with holy blood and make sure you send your trade routes to me. And ignore the fact yeah, it turns out I actually didn't leave a spaceport again in any of my major cities apart from this one, hence why I've just moved Magnus. I don't know how I keep doing that every single time. It's unbelievable. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you next time. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Ferdas, Poppy Dude, Finnickerman, Mushkin Mandeltort, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Toon General, Capoyobi Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Dan Jamo, Slither Alley, Scott Stratton, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy Zursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echobear, Legally Trash, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, JB Genius, Arctic Fox, Bookaluk79. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!